Morning, everybody. Thanks for coming. This is an exciting day in the Lou, so thank you all for coming out today. Before we get started, I just want to make a couple of introductions here. Thank you, Mayor Jones, for joining us this morning, as well as Kitty Ratcliffe, President of Explore St. Louis. We also have our absolute champion, Battlehawks head coach, Anthony Becht, as well as the Executive Vice President of Football Operations for the UFL, Daryl Johnston, and UFL President and CEO, Russ Brandon. Russ, would you mind starting us off?
It's great to be here with everybody on 314 Day back here in Con Nation. It's great to be here. It's been a hectic 6 months since I saw all of you last. We concluded the Legacy XFL Championship game in May, waited for the USFL Championship game to conclude, and the next thing you know, we're in about 6 months of discussions to merge our two great leagues. So as I say often, we have been an entity as the UFL for about 60 days so far. And it has been an exhilarating 60 days to say the least. It has been a great experience all around to bring these two great leagues together. And I remember during that time frame, during the merger, one of the things I talked about to my good friend Daryl Johnston behind me was, I can't wait to get you to St. Louis, and here we are. And I think I cited the story of opening day, which I believe was March 12th of 2023, and the one thing that I remember vividly was how cold it was. And I'm from Buffalo, so that's saying something. And I went on a jog about 9 in the morning, and I ran past the dome, and I looked and saw the back lot over here, and there were over 6,000, 7,000 people already tailgating at 9 a.m. for a 3 o'clock game. And I said, wow, Battlehawk Nation is coming out to really show out. And that game alone was over 38,000 here in the building. Over 175,000 fans came into this dome to watch the Battlehawks and Coach Becht and the great team that he put together. It's amazing what the passion and the support that we have received, and it's been an incredible opportunity for all of us so far. So we are here today to reward that passion, and we are so pleased to announce that the first ever UFL Championship game will be right here in the Dome on June 16th at 4 p.m., and we are absolutely thrilled to be here. So congratulations to everyone. I will say there are so many thank yous to go around. I can't even start, really, but I will. I am going to say a few thank yous. Mayor Jones, literally from day one, you welcomed us with open arms, and sitting in your office day one, and you said, let's bring the Battlehawks back here, and you did an amazing job getting us here, so thank you. Kitty, one thing I will tell you on the front from our standpoint was Explore St. Louis, is we are looking forward with local vendors and all the businesses in the community to build an incredible championship week and weekend leading up to the game. So we're thankful for Dewey and all the Dome staff that opened that building up for us on June 16th. We were a little bit worried. So Jillian, everyone, thank you so much for all of you done. And I can't thank the guy behind me enough. We all know Daryl is one of the greatest players to play our game. He has 3 Super Bowl rings with the Dallas Cowboys. He has been my partner as we have continued to build this league. And as good of a football player as he is a much better person. So it has been a pleasure and a privilege to work with him in building the UFL. And I'm a little bit biased, but your coach is pretty darn good too. And Anthony Becht and I started talking about 2 years before we even brought the XFL back, and being a former Ram and having the opportunity to engage in this community, it is just heartwarming what he has meant to the community, and we can't thank Coach Becht enough and his staff for all that they do. Along with Brandon Williams, another former Ram, a St. Louis native, you and your staff are the standard for what we want with the UFL, so thank you. And Mayor Jones, let's officially commence the championship game.
Thank you. Tishaura O. Jones, and the O stands for Oh So St. Louis. I'm excited to be here with you all today. Thank you, Russ, and the entire team, or the entire UFL team, for putting this together, and thank you to the folks at the Dome and America Center for welcoming us into this space. There's so many reasons to be a proud St. Louisan, and one of those reasons is our incredible sports teams. Whether it's the Blues, the Cardinals, City SC, the Billikens, or the Battlehawks, St. Louis has the absolute best sports fans in the world. And as the 2024 season begins, UFL fans from across the country will learn, CAW is the law. Yes. St. Louisans are excited to welcome the UFL championship game and the tens of thousands of enthusiastic fans who will flock to our city. Hosting this game will have an incredible effect on our city, and I encourage any and all UFL fans to visit St. Louis and experience the local restaurants, our art scenes, the hotels, and the small businesses that make our city great. Remember, CAW is the law, and let's go Battlehawks. Happy 314 Day, and God bless. And now it is my honor to introduce a woman who needs no introduction, the president of Explore St. Louis, Kitty Ratcliffe.
Thank you, Mayor. You're a hard act to follow. Happy 314 Day, everybody. It's a great day to be in St. Louis today, and I am just honored to be able to be here with you. I really want to thank Mayor Jones. She has an incredibly busy schedule, and so for her to be here today says two things about her. One, she is committed to St. Louis, and two, she's a huge football fan, which we know. And she was talking about tossing the football around today, but unfortunately we've got a whole bunch of volleyball courts down on the field today, so that isn't possible. I also want to thank Coach Becht and the senior executives from the league, Russ Brandon and Daryl Johnston, for being here today to kick off this very important announcement for our community, and something that we're all looking forward to seeing here on June the 16th. We're very honored and excited that St. Louis was selected and that the Dome at America Center will play host to this championship. As Russ Brandon said, in 2023, the St. Louis fans were out in force for the Battlehawks, setting not only a single game record, but a season record here in St. Louis. And our fans were out on the streets, not only tailgating, but even standing on corners, on the sidewalks, with signs in full gear as the cars were driving by trying to find a place to park. The enthusiasm was contagious, and it carried all the way into the Dome and throughout the entire season. And they have always shown incredible support. So I have no doubt that they're going to be supporting this championship game as well. As one of the largest venues in the Midwest, the Dome hosts dozens of major events each year, and 2024 is no different. We've already kicked off events in the Dome with conventions, consumer shows, trade shows, and starting right tomorrow for the next 2 weeks, 2 weekends of volleyball, bringing 15,000 competitors from around the country in each weekend. And immediately following that will be Supercross, one of the major motocross races in the country. And then we turn our attention to football and the UFL season and the Battlehawks. I want to say that our team is ready. We are excited about this, and I really want to call out both Matthew Dewey, who is somewhere here in the room, a general manager of the building, and Jillian Alsbach. Where is Jillian? Jillian, who is way in the back, is our director of event management, and she will actually be responsible for overseeing everything related to the event management on the day of the championship game. We have a great team here, and they are excited about this. We'll not only shine in St. Louis, but we'll shine nationally as this is broadcast on Fox and showing St. Louis to the sports fans around the country. So, caw is the law. Let's play some football.
Thank you, Kitty. Talk about hard acts to follow, though. That's pretty impressive. Now, I'd like to introduce you to our Executive Vice President of Football Operations, Daryl Johnston. Talk about what the fans can expect to see.
Happy 314 Day to everybody. Caw-caw. I'll get that one started off right away. When Russ and I started this venture, and he mentioned that it's only been 60 days since we've really had this together, the one thing that we focused on were the people that were going to be a part of the UFL moving forward. We knew we couldn't keep everybody, and that goes from players on rosters to coaches on staffs to the incredible support staff that we have behind us, helping our players in video and athletic training and strength and performance, and all the business people. And there were differences when we talked about the USFL and the XFL and how we were going to grow this, and where there were certain strengths and where we felt the other side may be a little bit better than we were. And it was awesome to watch all those people check their egos at the door and really come into a best practices situation and create the best opportunity for our players. I think we've been drinking from the fire hose as we've built the airplane over the last 60 days. And to go to training camp 2 weeks ago and watch our group go through the onboarding process. The following week we had our car wash with all the production elements that you'll see throughout the course of the season. And then unfortunately this past weekend we had to let go 136 players and offboard them. Our training camps had 75 guys on every roster and we had to cut down to 58. But what that did is we took 8 USFL teams and 8 XFL teams and brought them into 8 UFL teams. The talent level that you're going to see in spring football this season is going to be the best you've seen since the early 80s when you had Reggie White and Mike Rozier and Jim Kelly and Herschel Walker. Every one of our coaches has talked about how hard the cuts were on Saturday because of the depth that was created with this merger. We wear this badge and know that it's something we have a great opportunity to do. Spring football has been on again, off again for 40 years. We're turning it on again, and it's going to stay on. And I can't wait for the players from the USFL to have their opportunity to come to this venue and play in front of this crowd. It's one of the things that we watched last year as our league got underway, and we were jealous about the crowds in St. Louis and what that means to our players. And we talk about professional football, and we try to create that environment as we prepare. But the one thing that we really want to be able to do is give them that opportunity to experience that on game day. And this is the venue that the USFL, as we came together, our players were so excited to have the opportunity to come here, play in front of your fans, to see the energy that they bring to this building. So from us, from the league level, you know, the league is strong right now. It's going to be another cut down next Saturday, and that's going to be hard going from 58 to our final 50. So when the teams come into play here, you know, the one thing that Russ and I can guarantee, this will be the best spring football that you'll have seen in the past 40 years. So can't wait to be back here during the course of the regular season, and have a great 314 day. And I know somebody that has a little bit of unfinished business to do from last season. Ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome your head coach of the St. Louis Battlehawks, Anthony Becht.
Happy 314 Day. Pretty impressive. Love the shirt, by the way. I just want to thank Mayor Jones, Kitty. You guys done a phenomenal job of welcoming us here in this community. I love St. Louis. I love the fan base. And just we're really blessed to have you as part of our partnership. You know, Russ and Daryl, all the staff with the UFL, everything they've done to get us to this point, and just for me to still be here. I think, like Daryl was saying, there wasn't a lot of guarantees. A lot of coaches, good organizations weren't able to follow suit into this new venture, but really extremely humbled to be here today. You know, Brandon, his staff, everything that you guys have done, boots on the ground, has been phenomenal, and really welcoming our players and making the fan experience so good. And I think the first guy I meet every day when I come in, well, every game when I come to St. Louis, is Matthew Dewey, Josh in the bag. You guys are right there to shake my hand, and really thank you for the staff here at the Dome, and you guys for what you've done. I really appreciate making this our home. For the fan base, which is more importantly, setting the standard and the bar for this league, is the St. Louis fan base. Daryl said it. There's jealousy. It should be. That's the way it should be. every single game, every single home game. And we set the bar. All right, we broke all 5 attendance records every single week at home in St. Louis. And I'm going to set the bar even higher. I want more fans, more records broken, not just for the fact that this team is going to come out here and do their thing, because I promised that last year. The product's going to be on the field, but we need you, the fan base. We need the support, and we got to make this the hardest place to play every single game when we're here. So we can't wait for week 2. It's going to be rocking, a primetime game, okay, nationally televised. All right, we want to get eyeballs on the best fan base in the country, and it's going to be here in St. Louis. And, of course, having the championship game here, you know, no pressure put on me to get here. Hopefully they probably won 2 home games in a row with the playoffs, but we're doing everything we can. My staff is incredible. Our players are fired up. They're working hard. They're working as I speak, literally. And I can't wait to come up here in a couple weeks. But thank you. This has been an awesome experience. And again, the #1 fan base in St. Louis deserves the championship game to be here. And I can't wait to see you all here week 2 of the season. Thank you.
Coach, thank you very much for finishing this up for us. We will have a quick photo session up here toward the front. If you're looking for some smaller group interview sessions, come see me or Brian, and we can help set that up. Thank you all for coming.